Hello. One of the things that I think needs to be addressed in the city of Athens is the issue of building inspector. As I understand it, Athens is the largest city in the state of Ohio that does not have a building inspector capability. Now, before anybody distorts my position on this, I just want to make sure you hear it from me what I mean by that. What I mean is that in some way, and again, this is something that we could sort out. One of the problems that we could solve when I become mayor is the issue of how do we provide a building inspector capability in the city of Athens. First question you might ask is why do we need that? Well, it's not a coincidence that every large community in the country has a building inspector capability. It's a way of making sure that buildings are constructed according to code, that they're safe, and that the occupants have gotten what they were hoping to get, a safe addition to their house or a safe building, whatever. But we don't have that in Athens. Right now, if the person doing the work thinks that the work is satisfactory, that's about as far as it goes. There is no building inspector to make sure to come out and inspect the work and certify that the work was done properly. That's a shortcoming in our city. That may be why some people feel like some of our buildings don't look as good as they should, and some of the improvements that are done don't look as good as they should because perhaps they're not up to code and we just don't know it. So I'm looking at, obviously I'd be looking at ways to do this. Um, I know that adding employees to the city may be a non-starter for the city council, but I hope I would be able to convince them that there is a better way to do that, perhaps than hiring a new employee, and that would be to contract that service out. Many communities do that. What you do is you add the cost of the building inspection onto the cost of getting a permit. Our permits right now are very inexpensive, and rightly so, because there's no inspection involved. Big cities charge a lot more for their building, their permits, and that's because they have to pay their employees, and that's one of the ways they recoup that fee. I don't think we have enough business for that in Athens, and so we would go with a contract service most likely. And so we would add that fee onto the cost of a building permit, and when the work is done, the building inspector, who is a contract, work on a contract basis with the city, would come out and make a determination whether the work was done properly, the work was done safely, and that the occupants have a safe addition onto their house or whatever. So, again, this is something that I think has been ignored for much too long. The current administration doesn't have it as a priority. Their response is we don't have the money to hire another employee. They basically laugh it off. And I don't think that it's something that should be laughed off. I think it should be addressed, and I hope you agree with me. I hope you'll consider voting for me on November 8th, 2011. Thank you very much.